Welcome back to match number 3. Last week we saw Tyler Titgat and Kerry Kreitz battling it out. They tied 5 frames apiece. Tyler ended up shooting a 266 to Kerry's 233, and an exciting match right down to the end. So who do we got this match?
This match, we have another exciting matchup on the lanes, starting with our number 7 qualifier, Dwayne Gelardi, coming all the way from Winnipeg, Manitoba. This is his second appearance at the Tour Finals. And going up against him, we have Alberta-owned Justin Langrock, our number 10 qualifier this year. This is his first ever Tour Championship appearance, and I know he's super excited.
Yeah, he's super excited. Both guys are great competitors. They had good seasons on tour. Dwayne's our Masters singles champion.
Just coming off a gold medal.
Yeah, and Justin had a great finish at our last event in Red Deer, so should be a good match.
That's right. Both of them are going to be wanting to get an early lead in this match for sure and capitalize on all of those points. So for those of you who are just tuning in, as this is your first episode, this is a pins game format tournament. So pinfall is important when it comes down to a tiebreaker like it did in the last match versus Tyler Titgat versus Kerry Kreitz. But generally speaking, they're just trying to get to 6 points. 6 frames won will win them the game. And each frame this round is worth $50.
Good place for it, any?
That's right. Yeah.
Dwayne has some family here. His fiancée, Alyssa Campbell. Future father-in-law, Casey, is here as well.
That's right. Cheering him on.
Langrock has a couple friends from Red Deer, I think, too. So.
Goes up and gets the big side there. 15 still could potentially win the frame. We have seen that happen where 15 has won the frame.
So Justin's a first appearance newbie here, so I'm interested to see how he handles his nerves. He's a young guy too. So
he is a young guy. He hasn't run deep in a lot of the WCBT events before this season, so still figuring out those nerves. It might be first time under all the cameras and lights and people in the bleachers just watching. So
yeah, it's definitely
it's a different experience.
Yeah, yep. All eyes on you kind of thing.
All eyes on you. Couple quick practice slides from him. He's going to go up for frame 1.
Looks pretty good there.
Great shot, and he's going to take that early lead.
It's nice to get that first frame out of the way.
It is nice to get that first frame out of the way. And like we said, even though this is his first appearance at Tour Finals, he did have a really good season with a couple of running deep qualifyings. So he didn't play the Manitoba Open or Regina Classic this year and didn't make the cut in Autumn Open, but at TPC, he ended up tying for 9th. And at Heritage Traditional, he went all the way to the finals, losing to Brad Titgat and finished 2nd place.
Anytime you get a couple top 10s, that's a good accomplishment. You can make cuts and stuff, but if you're getting in the top 10, you got to be winning some matches and having some good Sundays.
Absolutely.
Oh, he looked a little. Oh, yeah, never know. Auto correct halfway through there. Right?
Made a little adjustment in his backswing maybe, but was able to get the ball right where it needed to be.
It kind of seemed to me like, I think he normally throws a backup, right? And it seemed to me like he kind of hooked it a little bit there.
A little bit, yeah. Dwayne Gelardi here, all the way from Winnipeg, another one who's put so much time into his game in the last few years, and it's really paid off.
100%.
He had a great season on tour. He qualified in 4 out of the 5 tournaments and ended up having 3 of those 4 be top 10 finishes. So he 4th at Autumn Open, 9th at Manitoba Open, and 8th at Regina Classic. So another great season for Dwayne.
Yep.
On top of a Masters national singles win.
Shows you put in the work, your results will come.
That's right. So last year when Dwayne played in the Tour Championships, in 2020, he in the first round played Bradley Titgat and was able to win. And then in the next round, he had to play the brother, Tyler Titgat. And that's where he wasn't able to make it through. lost 6 frames to 4 to Tyler, so I'm sure in this appearance he's going to be wanting to come out and run a little bit deeper.
Okay, we have a carryover here. So Justin throws a strike to keep the carryover going, or if not, Dwayne wins 2 frames.
That's right.
Still playing for $50 a frame. We have one more match in the $50
round.
Yep.
Oh, and there's a head pin. So Dwayne is going to win that carryover, getting himself a 2 frames to 1 lead. Justin just needs to go out, clean up the head pin, throw those balls like he knows how, and then move on for frame 4.
Can I pull out my favorite stat?
You can pull out your favorite stat.
And it's actually happened the first 2 games. So the average is that this percentage is actually going to go up.
It's going to go up, yeah.
So 73% of the time, the person who wins the first frame wins the match.
That's right. So in this case, it would be Justin. And we
down.
did see it in our Tyler Carey match as well as in our Brad and Greg match. So
stats are stats, right?
the math don't lie.
Yep.
All right, good cleanup there for Justin. Coming out to just regroup a little bit. You can see him taking an extra breath before he gets up on the lane, and he's going to go out.
Another interesting stat for our tour would be approximately, I think it's a little higher, we gave out in the 5 events. Actually, it's probably around $300,000 in the 5 events.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
$300,000, 1,300 entries. Just
we're growing,
the sport is growing. It is alive and well.
Justin's right back on it with a strike.
So he's going to force Dwayne to throw that strike in 4. Otherwise, this match is tied up at 2 frames each.
Dwayne's definitely got his pre-shot routine. So if you notice, a lot of these bowlers have their routines. Same thing every time. Repetition is key. Flip that over.
A little bit of a misstep there from Dwayne, which is going to give Justin that frame 4. And another one. We got a ball game going on.
Yeah, pretty much all of them have been like 2-2 at the start or something to that effect.
So like we said, these ones are skin games. You do want to make sure that you are making all of those spare conversions that you can, though, even if you're not winning the frame, just to keep that pinfall close. Because like we've seen, sometimes that pinfall is what it's going to come down to. You don't want to be the one in the hole.
Yeah, and we saw that happen last match. So. Keep grinding, even if you're losing the frame, you keep getting all your wood, all your sticks. Ooh, little thin on there, but he got the corner to carry, so it's a good shot for Dwayne. Where if you're going to win a frame in this match, you got to throw a strike. So just looking at some of their averages when they qualified, Justin averaged 277 to qualify for TPC and 274 to qualify for Heritage. Dwayne had 291 in Regina and a 275 in Autumn Open. So those are his top 2.
Amazing.
Yeah, like we were saying, it's pretty much 270 plus to make a cut these days.
That's right.
Just because the quality of bowlers are better, and we have more people playing too.
Great shot by Justin. He's going to throw that double and make a carryover for frame 5.
We haven't had like a 3-4 frame carryover yet.
We haven't, no, where it's kind of those the pressure builds as the carryovers add up.
Oh yeah, you make one mistake. We've seen it in the past, like one of the first early years. I think Mike Herbert had like a 6 or 7 bagger, and so did Lecoussier, but Lecoussier ran one more than he did. And
at that point, it's just who's the first person who's gonna cave.
Yeah, so they both had 300s, but they won the long. Lecoussier won like a 7 frame carryover, I think.
That's right. Oh, and aces in frame 6.
Seen a couple sets on that lane last night.
We did see a couple sets at the Gallagher Cup of aces.
I mean, you can consider, if you're going to have a positive mindset, you can consider that a break and you should have had a head pin kind of thing, right?
For sure. And it does definitely help for the count when we're looking at that carryover as well on the strike. It will force Dwayne to pretty much make something convertible.
Yeah, it just sucks that he's close to getting a corner out of it. That's
right. Not what you want to see in that carryover situation, because now it's not just worth the 1 point, it's worth 2.
Yeah, and you've already given him the 15. You got to get one of these here.
That's right.
Oops.
So anything more than
13.
11
yeah.
will win this frame
12
and the carryover for Dwayne.
A little chop deuce. Yeah, so a big opportunity.
It is a big opportunity here. And Dwayne's been in these situations before where he's on the lane in a pressure situation. Definitely has the experience to make the shot that he needs to.
Yeah, even last night, one of the games was down quite a bit, and he ended up throwing 4 or 5 bagger to finish and ended up winning the game. It's on the right side this time. Ooh.
Throws the strike, gets the carryover frame.
2
Dwayne
frames.
is going to go up 4 frames to 2.
That's been a common one too, the 4-2.
4-2 is a common one, yeah.
I mean, if you're Justin, like we said, you're starting a new frame again, a new game.
That's right.
You're close in pinfall. No time to be in panic mode yet. Just keep throwing your shot.
That's right.
Both these guys are, I actually thought Justin was a little bit younger than that, but both guys are the same age, or pretty close to the same age. In their mid-30s. That
Great
one,
strike for Dwayne.
pretty confident on that one.
Pretty confident on that one for sure.
I mean, you usually know, right? When you throw a good one, you can.
That's right.
As long as you don't do like the hand point or the finger point, right?
Exactly. As soon as you celebrate a little bit too early, that's when you're going to get roasted.
Yeah. Justin, I know he does a lot of practicing and working at his game too.
Yeah.
I know Dwayne does, but also Justin.
Both of these bowlers are very similar. They both put a lot of time into their game. They both throw a very just easy approach. There's not a lot of power going in behind either one of them.
Yeah, for the average bowler out there, your speed is probably, these guys are probably throwing.
High
Justin's
30s, low 40s maybe?
Yeah, I would say Justin's probably like 45K in there. And
Dwayne's
maybe,
probably a little bit less.
Yeah. It's probably about an average ball speed for.
But both of them throw just like that nice, easy ball.
It's a big shot for Justin. He's gonna
Big shot. This carryover frame is going to be the make or break here.
Yeah, he cannot lose the carryover frame. Ooh.
Oh, and a 3-pin. He's really going to need to be able to convert this spare here to put the pressure on Dwayne to at least get a mark.
Yeah, you got to do as much as you can.
Got to do as much as you can to even make it another carryover frame just so that you have that opportunity to take a 3-point win.
I mean, you spare this too. Sometimes 3-pin spares annoy your opponent.
That's true.
When your opponent.
And he gets it.
Because you're like, yeah, okay.
Oh, I got this
he's gonna
one,
get 15.
but then, nope, maybe not. So Dwayne is going to need at least a spare here to continue the carryover. The only thing that will end it here is a strike.
Yeah, to win the match. Long day for these competitors too. They're sitting around forever, and
that's right.
So thanks, guys. I know it's tough. It's a tough thing to do, but all for the sake of the sport, right?
That's right.
It's pretty good.
Doesn't get the push. So a spare here. We're looking at a 3-frame or a 2-frame carryover worth 3 points in frame 9.
If not, it would be 4-4.
That's right. And Dwayne gets that spare. Super confident on that shot. So Dwayne's going to be looking to put some pressure on Justin here. Whoever wins this carryover is potentially going to win the match. If Dwayne wins it, the game is over. If Justin wins, he will have 5 points, which means that it will potentially go down to another tiebreaker.
Yeah, and Dwayne's got a bit of an edge there, so this could be right down. Don't ask me if they tie and score. What happens?
I think they do another.
I don't know if we set another game or 9-10. I'll have to look that up after the match.
Great shot by Dwayne.
Huge shot.
Puts the pressure on Justin Langrock.
You gotta throw that shot, right? If you're Justin, you just grip it and rip it.
That's right.
No fear.
Just throw that same confident shot that got you here.
Just taking his time. He knows it's an important shot.
Yeah. Crowd at Sherwood Bowl right now is dead silent, just waiting to see where the shot goes.
Answers
Gets
the
it
call.
in, and another carryover frame. Frame 10 is going to decide it.
Yep.
It's always exciting when it comes down to the last frame.
I guess I got what I asked for,
You
right?
did. You got what you asked for. An exciting match. Whoever wins frame 10 is going to move on to the next round.
Let's note, too, if the frame were to tie, Dwayne right now has an edge in pinfall.
That's right.
So Dwayne just needs to tie this frame.
Correct.
Because then they'd split the 4 frames 2-2.
For sure.
Just look at my heart going on.
I know.
Here we go.
We haven't had something like this yet.
Yeah. Big
Throws
shot.
the first strike. He is not showing his nerves, and he is not letting up.
He's sitting with a max score of 303. So it's just a matter of Dwayne just beating what he has in this frame, really.
That's right.
Or tying it. 30 is a common score in the 10th frame, so that's kind of what I was thinking. It could be
For
a
sure.
tie.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit of a reset there. Didn't quite like how the pins were set.
I wonder if he should have stepped back all the way off the approach.
I guess it kind of just depends on where his mindset's at, but I think taking the time to reset the pins, just be sure, even if it just looks a little bit off, not necessarily a bad choice, especially with what's on the line here.
Yeah.
And it paid off. A little bit of a fist pump there from our first time qualifier. He's getting a little excited.
Some big shots. So if he throws a strike here, Dwayne has to bang out.
Dwayne is forced to bang out. to move on to our next round. Even throwing that double really is, like you said, 30 in the 10th frame is not an uncommon score. So throwing that double and having the opportunity to just add anything to it is going to put him at a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of strikes in this game.
There's a lot of strikes in this game. It's a high-scoring game and exciting to watch. Justin Langrock delivers, misses left for the 5. So he has 35 in the 10th frame. Dwayne looking to throw that double with a count bigger than 5 on the last shot.
Yep, so he's got to get the double.
Good for Justin. You know what? Being his first time appearance here to really put the pressure on and bring it all the way to the 10th frame.
And then going to the order choose, Dwayne obviously wants to be in this position, and he wants to have to throw the shot.
Yep.
That's all you can ask for is having a chance.
To know what you need and to have the ball in hand.
Oh,
and a chop off will make Justin Langrock our winner.
That was a tight chop.
He is going to go up 6 frames to 4 and move on to our next round.
Wow. Thought he threw a decent shot there. Maybe a little adrenaline going and threw it a little harder.
A little bit, yeah. It looked like it just pressed just a touch. Didn't quite get to the side of the head pin and had to push out a little bit more.
Yeah, and Dwayne's going to shoot a higher score here too. The best game of the day so far.
Dwayne just looking to finish up the frame. Fantastic bowling by both competitors.
Yeah.
Both Justin and Dwayne went up and threw massive games, put the pressure on, which is exactly what we want to see in the Tour Championships.
Okay, yeah.
All right, and here we are with the winner of match number 3, Justin Langrock. You hung on and battled to the end there, and that's one of those matches that's so important. It's about the pins game, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, Dwayne Gelardi had a higher score, but you ended up winning more frames. Tell us how you feeling right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like we had in our pregame interview there. I just kind of said the focus is so much more different than in a scratch game, because scratch he would have beat me, but get a little bit of a good start going, few rough shots there, but just
you only really had, you had the aces there in the 6, right? Mm-hmm. And miss, and that's when Dwayne won his 2-frame carryover.
Yeah.
But then you came back with a big strike in 7. You had a 3-pin in 8, but you spared it, right? He had the right corner spare, so that adds another carryover.
Yeah.
Both of you strike in 9. So now you were the first person to act in 10, and you threw the first 2 big strikes, and then a miss on there, so a 35 count. So Dwayne knows that he's got to go up, and because that's a 4-frame carryover now. Whoever wins that 10th frame is going to win.
Yeah, I just knew that with the quality of a bowler that Dwayne is, that every time I just had a bad shot, I just got to step off the lane, take my time, mentally reset, and just come back with a good one again and make it work.
You certainly did that, and a couple of times you would throw the first strike or ball, you come back and have a little drink of water, and obviously reset yourself. So that's kind of the game plan, and you knew that going forward, rather than rushing up there every time.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Well, good on you. Obviously, next match now coming up. You're play against Matthew Harms. Any past experience against Matt Harms?
Not directly. I've played against him at Open Nationals once or twice, several times on the tour. We're quite good friends, as Dwayne and I have become now too. So I'm just really enjoying being on the tour and playing against some of the best people in Canada, and especially when I get to know them even better and play my friends. That's when I enjoy it the most.
And now you got some money under you and the first match, so good luck going forward.
Great, thank you.
All right, everybody, Justin Langrock.
Wow. That was an exciting match. It was finally what we asked for, right?
A multiple frame carryover. It came down to the 10th frame, and that's what we wanted.
Yeah, tough one there. Justin Langrock wins 6 frames of 4, shooting a 293, and Dwayne Gelardi shoots 318 and loses.
Yeah, that's where this format comes in crazy, because sometimes you could be playing the better game, but if you don't put those frames up when you need to, it doesn't always go your way.
Yeah, like Dwayne opened the first frame and would mark clean all the way to the end, and Justin threw some big shots, strikes when he needed to. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Over on our next episode, we have a match with Rob Wolfson and Rylan Willier.